Hello, this is Julian Rico. Sports news. I have some sports news. But this sports news is going to be a little big news. Some of the big news that I got today. Without further ado, I'll give you the big news. The biggest story. Our big story of the day is Monty Williams fired as Pistons head coach with 5 years, 65 million plus left on his contract. The Pistons are now on the search for a new head coach. What's going on in Detroit? And I'm not saying Detroit Tigers or the Detroit Lions. I'm talking about the Pistons. Now their GM is now looking for their sixth coach, and you're gonna have to pay Monty Williams that much money left. $65 million left, and he only got 5 years left, and they just fire him after one season. So now makes the big question: what happens with the Pistons head coaching search? Well, I do think they're looking to find their candidates, and they got to do this quick before the draft because it's not we want to make this after the draft. We want to make this right away. And I think for me, if you're in the best candidate I would give out is Sam Castle, the Boston assistant coach. I think he's a good coach. I think he will take this head coaching job. But if I'm looking at other head coaches, you can look at James Borrego, Chris Quinn, Steve Nash, Kenny Atkinson, former Cavs coach J.D. Boogerstaff. Uh, Whoever they go, they gotta make this quick because the draft is coming up next week, and they gotta make this hire really quick. But what happens then with Monty Williams? Well, it's either assistant job or maybe a Lakers job that the Lakers are still trying to search for. And I would guarantee you the Lakers are probably going to interview Monty Williams, and hopefully it's going to come down to JJ Redick and Monty Williams. Because I still think for the Cavaliers, we don't know what's going to happen with Cleveland. They're in a search for a head coach. They got two candidates, Kenny Atkinson and James Borrego. But overall, we're going to find out what happens in Detroit. So a lot of good stories to keep an eye on in the NBA. College football, starting with, how about this one? Five-star defensive lineman Justus Terry decommits from USC. Um, Tough one for USC, but for him, he is now, I'm told, visiting with Alabama. He will hope if he does, if he's interested in killing DeBoer's Alabama, he will be committed for the third time. Remember, he's committed to Georgia. He decommitted to Georgia to join USC on March, and now he decommits USC, and we'll hope to see where his future of football goes. But as of now, he has decommitted to USC, and he is visiting with the Alabama Crimson Tide. Let's get to the WNBA. Cameron Brink, the Los Angeles Sparks All-Star, who Stanford's best player, has tear an ACL in the loss of the Suns. So Brinks, I think this is a big loss. No timeline as of now of how long this is going to take. Now, normally for ACL injuries, it will take a be out for the season. I would be saying she will be out for the season, but I don't think so. But she's a rising star in the WNBA. You look at others. Caitlin Clark is trying to get the Fever what they want from Caitlin Clark, and she's doing her job over there in Indiana. So shout out to Caitlin Clark. But also shout out to these women who are playing in the WNBA. We want to see women take over the sports too. Man, We know the men. All the men's. We want the men to play football and basketball or hockey, all the sports. You don't want to. You want to keep it on WNBA because this is the reason why women also should play sports and a bright future for the WNBA. And so shout out to Cameron Brink. We wish her the best of luck. No timeline on ACL again, but that's the news for today for the WNBA. NHL, so we have two trades. Two trades. The New Jersey Devils have acquired Jacob Markstrom, their goalkeeper, from the Calgary Flames. So the Calgary will receive defenseman Kevin Blah at the 2025 first-round pick. The New Jersey Devils, in the meantime, will pick up the goalkeeper Jacob Markstrom. It's a change. It's a change in New Jersey. You get a good goalkeeper. But for Calgary, for the Flames, is it a rebuild or not? Let me know down in the comment section. Capitals have also made a trade, and this is a good one. The Capitals have acquired Pierre-Luc Dubois from the Kings in exchange for Darce Comfort. I'm just going to try to pronounce their names, but it's better for that. For the Capitals, they will get Pierre from the Kings, and the Kings will get Darcy Camperer. So shout out to those teams, the New York Devils, for getting Jacob Markstrom, the Colgate Flames, who at least you get a 2025 first-round pick. And then the Kings acquiring Darce Camper and the Washington Capitals to getting Pierre-Luc Dubois. Let's get to quick soccer news, and then I'll set it off for tonight. Croatia and Albania, it ended crazy game. Albania with a late equalizer as they drew with Croatia, who are now in fourth place in Group B, I believe it's Group B or C, in a 2-2 draw against Albania. Germany is the first team in the Euros to qualify and advance to the round of 16 as they beat Hungary 2-0. Both goals from Musiala and Gundogan. And then Scotland and Switzerland also end up a draw 1-1. It's getting stingy right now, so we're keeping an eye on Group A. Who's going to take second place? Who's going to get third place? We're keeping an eye on. You don't want to miss this other sporting event that is not only the Euros, but Copa America, and it's kicking off. And this is our shout out of the day. Copa America will start in Argentina. Lionel Messi taking on Alphonso Davies and Canada, where live at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Shout out to Argentina fans and Canadian fans as they'll be there rooting for their national teams in Atlanta. So shout out to the city of Atlanta for this opportunity for game one, match day one in Copa America, which will start at 8 o'clock p.m. on TUN Universo and FS1. All eyes on Messi as this will be his final Copa America, and they will hope to win back-to-back. For Canada is of course a young team, Jesse Marsh taking over the team, but they got some young quality players who can make Argentina struggle. But prediction, I'm going to go Argentina winning it 3-0. I think I know Canada's too that young, but you got to think of Messi, Di Maria, all the players Argentina have. I think Messi will score 2 goals. And then I think Julian Alvarez will score the third one. I think it'll be a good game. I'm going 3-0 Argentina in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. 8 o'clock p.m. on TUN Universo and on Univision and FS1. That's the news for today. But leave a comment below, and also who will win Argentina and Canada, which will happen tomorrow. And as always, guys, it's a sports update for today, June 18th. Yeah, June 18th or 19th. No, June 19th. Wednesday for sports news for June 19, 2024. As always, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more news around sports news. And as always, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.